Okay, going for a kill. Yep. Denied. If you're looking for a fast, consistent way to climb standard ladder, Boros Auras might be exactly what you need. You may ask why now, since this deck's been around since Duskmorn, and the answer is it's a proven mythic-worthy, high win rate aggro deck. And that's just one of the best ways to climb. It's hard to argue against that. And why not play mono red? I think this deck has an advantage in the fact that you do not have to have as many rares or mythics, and I think it also gets a little bit more out of control than mono red. This deck is all about quick starts, explosive turns, overwhelming the opponent before they can stabilize, basically. It's not uncommon to win on turn 3. Same thing can be said for mono red, however, I feel like this does it more consistently and does it better. It has flying, etc. It has protection. So we'll go over that here in a second, but the strategy is simple. You basically just stack buffs, you attack quick, you keep the pressure on. So taking a look at what we do have, we only have 16 creatures total, but I think it's just enough. The Optimistic Scavenger, of course, that's just a great enchantment synergy card. Heartfire Hero, it's nice having this for the target ability since you're going to be throwing spells on top of it, but also when it dies it provides value. And then as far as the other creatures, the Emberheart Challenger, this is where we can draw into our library or from our library and get some extra value there if needed. If this happens to be what the hand deals you, the opening hand, you're not going to be upset about it. Same thing with the Manifold Mouse. You can wait till later turns to do Offspring, but we're not really worried about later turns. We're worried about turns 1 through 3. This can seal the deal though on turn 3 with the Trample or Double Strike, if whichever one's more relevant. And then of course going into our enchantments, nothing crazy, right? These are all super simple but super effective. And I do like the Shardmage's Rescue. It definitely will save the card. Nothing worse than getting all the buffs put onto a card and then it just gets exiled. The Rescue definitely does its job well. Monstrous Rage, I don't really need to say anything about that, but also just nice having Feather of Flight gives us an extra card. So having card draw with aggro is super rare. Man, if you can pull it off, kind of like Rakdos back in the day has done and really well. It's super fun and super effective, and we also get flying, so really good card. Sheltered by Ghosts is probably the best card in the meta right now, I have to say. I think it's definitely a must-have if you're rolling with white or considering white for any pile that you have. This just wins, and lifelink. I can't believe it has ward on it. I just don't understand. Okay, so yeah. Callous Sellsword combo winning card for you. Demonic Ruckus gets us card draw if we need it. If this gets removed, which, as we all know, our creatures are going to be targeted, and this is just another way to get an extra card draw. Plus, it's nice on turn 1 to be able to plot this, or plot it at any time, really. And then, yes, we are into our lands. I threw in extra basics because I didn't have, unfortunately, the other rare lands that you can have in red white, but it still works. I have yet to be bamboozled by the uptick in my planes. I would say I probably added at least 4 to 6 extra planes where normally you would have more of the rare dual lands. So just keep that in mind, but it does work with the extra planes. Eventually we'll get burned by it or screwed by it, but that's the risk you take in the effort of trying to make a deck that is as cost effective as possible, but also quick and easy to climb with. We make these crazy decisions. Well, plus I kind of had to. So this deck is really fun. It's very effective at climbing, and I highly recommend it. So with that, let's see how it does. Okay, we're on the draw, but that's okay. We've got definitely our mana situation taken care of. And being able to plot turn 1 is better than nothing. So I'll take it. Yep, of course we draw another land. Now, normally I wouldn't complain so much about drawing land in an aggro deck, because you either really need it or you just don't need it at all. But in this case, the fact that we can draw cards with this deck, I welcome it. but I do always want to see more combo pieces, especially early. This is probably going to get removed, and that sucks because we don't have a backup creature. I did have a way to protect it, but okay, we got lucky. We have another creature with mana to protect. I hate that they stole the mouse, but that's alright. Yeah, so holding here, using the protection if needed, is going to be far better than just throwing the Ethereal Armor on there. Because if that were to get removed, if the creature were to get removed, that would just feel bad. It's the risk you take when you're running this type of deck. Voltron. And black certainly has a lot of kill potential, so I do worry. Okay. Yep, double strike. No, thank you. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Alright, another enchantment. That's good to see. We do have free cast for demonic runes. We can get this sucker flying. We can draw a card. Another. It's okay to draw the same enchantment, especially one that, I mean, we do have double strike. There's always something, isn't there? Alright, they're down to 8. If they can't remove this mouse, which we do have protection for it, then it's doesn't matter. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. We have a turn 1 play. We have 2 lands. 3. We're in a good spot. I see green over there, so I'm not as worried about removal. So we might just take over the game by turn 3. Manifold. More land. That's alright. The extra planes are showing in a bad way right now, but that's alright. That was pretty brutal for them. This is what I'm talking about. Alright. What do they have? Okay, that's not going to do it. We're going to have trample. Monstrous Rage. It's just not even fair. Might as well get our scavenger out there just in case. There's some sort of 1 mana green removal that I'm forgetting about, but I don't think so. Math doing it. Oh, that's... I forgot about protection. But that's why trample is amazing. Yep. I don't think you got it. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. It's really nice when you get to go first, but it's not really nice when they get to play cards on on upkeep on your turn 1. But hey. Leyline Axe is pretty awesome. Alright, so having a backup creature is definitely insurance for this type of deck. We do have protection. I see black, yep. Anoint with nothing. That was nice. Now they have issues. We have solutions. Okay. Possibly one turn clock. Yep, they're not gonna have it. Okay, I see Sheltered by Ghosts. That makes me happy. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It's always nice when you can remove a mirror card. I don't know what that lag was, but it was there. Ooh. Of course. Somewhat risky, but if they're seemingly aggro as well, let's just take away all of their options. Yeah, that's what I want, is Manifold right now. That's okay, I'll take another Scavenger. Having the lifelink's certainly an advantage. I probably should have cast the Ethereal Armor, but I guess I'm saving it. Yeah, that sucked. And we drew another land. If we wouldn't have drawn another land there, we may have been able to squeak out the advantage. But right now it seems like them having double strike lifelink is going to turn the tide. Which sucks. It's a lot of ghosts sheltering. And they have... Wait a minute. That's ward... Do I have two? Oh. No. Oh man. Okay. Thought I had it, and of course I drew another land, so that's how you lose right there. Now it's not because of the type of lands I have, that's just unlucky. Wow, and they have backup creatures because they needed more. I mean, I could have drawn a sheltered. Protection's not going to help. Bummer. Yeah, we're not going to be able to grow. I mean, we do have the lifelink, but they've got the damage. Alright. Yep, lands. Alright. Fabled Passage, we don't know what they're playing. They're gonna do the old crack it once we play our stuff. As you do, as if someone playing Fabled Passage. Alright. Tiny Bones joins up. Well, yeah, since yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good reason for that discard. Maybe because I knew I was going to draw another one. Alright, looking good. We have protection. They're down to 11. And let's see what they got. Okay, going for a kill. Yep. Denied. Alright, we go first. Always feels good, especially playing aggro. Okay, we definitely have creature options. My thought here is if it does get removed, which you don't have a way to protect it currently, we have a backup. Ooh, map tokens. Those may be very handy. That's why I'm not a huge fan of Get Lost. I mean, it removes, but gives the opponent a chance sometimes. Okay, I don't care about my graveyard. Alright, so Fabled Passage is going to come in tapped when they crack it. So I'm not worried about removal. Hello. Maybe they were reading. We don't need more than 2 mana necessarily, but it would be nice. So we'll see. I mean, ideally, an enchantment would be best, but can't play enchantments if you don't have mana. Rewarded. Alright, so probably wise to save the protection spell. I find it more often more useful than not saving it, because everything dies in standard. And that's a card. One would say the best card. I do wonder what they have over there. Okay. That's not that bad. Was wanting to... yeah, that really got him there. Okay, this is not the best keep due to the lands. Okay, well, now it's fine. But yeah, that was pretty risky. I mean, we do have the Monstrous Rage we could have played. But then we would be sitting on 3 cards that we can't play. We're flying. And we're getting stronger. Analyze the pollen. Wow, of course another mountain shows up. We'll see if it becomes a problem having this many mountains. It would be really nice to be able to play, yeah, two cards a turn, but on the later turns. So far, this is looking like it's going to get through. All right, 10 health. An Overlord. Okay, so they're ramping, they're drawing cards. Well, no, not ramp. But they are drawing, creating blockers. We do have Trample. And Sheltered by Ghost. But, let's see. This might be better for us than the Sheltered. Just pure stats to trample with, but then again, one blocker is better than 2. So all right, well, they're still alive. We've got mana. Up the beanstalk. They're digging. I don't know what would do it. Maybe an edict. All right. So that's that, quick and easy. That's the point of this deck. And so if you like this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe. That would help me out quite a bit. And I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all in the next one.